Hi, this video is from interview.com. Interview.com is a job portal. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the basic Hibernate interview question. What is the difference between session get and session load? Session load means it will always return a proxy object without hitting the database. In Hibernate, proxy is an object with a given identified value. Its properties are not yet initialized yet. It just looks like a temporary fake object. For example, if you have a customer model class or entity class, your proxy object will look like this. When you debug and check, you can see like this. Just an example, if no row found, it'll throw an object not found exception. So the syntax goes like this: session.load, you have to give the model class and the identifier, and if it returns the proxy object. And whenever you do user.getName, for example, first time when you access that object, it will hit the database and will get you the entire object. The load method never returns null. The get method returns null if the object can't be found, whereas load method will throw you an exception. The load method may return a proxy instead of real persistent instance. A proxy is a placeholder that triggers the loading of the real object when it is accessed for the first time. Please remember, it is accessed for the first time. So after this line, if I put user.getName, immediately it will hit the database and get me the object. So in what scenario I can use load method? If you are sure that persistent object exists in your database table, then non-existent. If it does not exist and it's a exception scenario, then go ahead and use load method. Otherwise you can use get. You are not sure that whether it will exist or not, then you can use get method. Otherwise you are sure that it should exist, and if it does not exist, it's an exception for you, then go ahead and use load method. Get method, it always hits the database and returns a real object, an object that represents the database row, and not a proxy. It will not return any time. It will not return any proxy. If no row found, it returns null. So session.get, you model class and the identifier, it will return null if it does not found. Hope this video is useful. Thank you and all the best for your interview.